continues. What a show we've had. And finishing it off with a bunch of Splash Beverage Group beverages around us. You notice the difference over here. We had Tap Out, okay, which is their hydration drink. And now we have an energy drink, cognitive energy, new packaging, pretty cool stuff. I'm taking this one with me, by the way.
Do it.
10 calories of energy.
That'll work.
Comes with its own syringe.
Does cognitive mean it makes you smarter?
Makes you smarter. Great to have you along today. There you go. Robert Nistico, one of my close friends, also a regular on this program, the founder and CEO of Splash Beverage Group. He was the number, I'm going to say, 5 employee at Red Bull North America. Maybe you heard of it. Bringing sales up from 0 to $1.45 billion. And of course, he founded this company, Splash Beverage Group, which has Salt Tequila, Popo Loco Sangria, Copa di Vino wine, and you might recognize this as the Copa di Vino moment for the hunt,
yes.
on the hunt here on their network,
Yep.
as well as Tap Out and Tap Out Energy. Robert, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I'm so glad that you are safe and sound after the darn hurricanes back there. How are you feeling? How you holding up there, bud?
Oh, we are in great shape. Really didn't affect us too badly. How are you guys doing?
Good. We're doing. By the way, great. I love the new packaging, kind of all around. Is that something that's kind of a living thing that goes on with beverage companies? You have to repackage every 6 months or every year or so, because obviously seeing repackaging here, a little bit of repackaging there, and across the board. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, very different products. So our hydration recovery product is as it stands, right? Tap Out Performance. And then we're launching our oh my God, I almost said Red Bull. We're launching our Tap Out energy drink.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. It's a slightly carbonated, so it's we're a very different product in the same product line.
You've been on a bit of an acquisition model since your tenure of sort of making this thing successful over the last couple of years. Is the acquisition model still front and center? Are you still fielding offers? Are you still fielding suggestions? Are you still looking around there?
Yeah, so the last week or so, we've announced 2 key announcements, guys. I'm sure you've seen them. One is that we have a very, very strong acquisition partner for larger acquisitions. And a few days ago, we announced our letter of intent that was signed between us and Western Sun Vodka based in Pilot Point, Texas.
You like how he teed that up? See, that's how it works.
Yep. Just
Me and Robert talk off the air.
Yep.
I act stupid. He just lays them out there for you. Talk about what this acquisition stuff's going to do. This is the type of thing where you bring in high asset, low debt, high value sort of targets and make them part of the product family. That's not an easy thing. It sounds easy, but it's not easy at all, is it?
Not at all. And I'll tell you, we got our feet wet with Copa di Vino, as you know. That was an important acquisition for us. But now it's time, and I want to make sure everybody understands this, is the next level of acquisition is large and it's accretive, right? So we're only going to buy things with, as a rule of thumb, that are somewhere between 20 and, say, 70 million in revenue, positive EBITDA brands that are accretive, that add to the organization and move our revenue needle and increase our speed to revenue neutral position, passive positive position with each acquisition. So very, very exciting. This is the large activity I've been talking about for the last 9 to 12 months.
Sure. It's exciting stuff for you as a company. The other piece of it that I want to talk about is some of the distribution and some of the influencer marketing you've done in the past. If you think in terms of last year, sort of the second, I think it was the beginning of the second quarter last year, Tap Out ends up on all the end caps in Walmart and suddenly just makes a huge splash for lack of see what I did there? When do you focus? When do you get to focus back on, or is that a continual thing? When you get to focus back on acquisitions from focusing on distribution or focusing on advertising versus acquisition, how do you keep those sort of three legs of the stool here going at the same time? Because it sure seems like you're keeping it all together and everything's sort of working in concert with each other as you're moving forward.
Yeah, it's a great question because we always will focus on our legacy brands without question. We will treat them just like we would our first child in the family. But I've been saying for, like I said, 9 to 12 months, this company will grow and grow in a material way through large accretive acquisitions. So really both are key items and both are really, really very important and top priorities. And now that we have an acquisition partner behind us, we can really get down that path and really start to evaluate large, transformative, accretive acquisitions. That's why we're here, guys.
Yeah.
I said this, right?
Sure.
So that's why we have our board. That's why we have this executive team. That's why we have contracts with companies like InBev. We're here for this moment, which we announced really just a couple days ago.
His name is Robert Nistico. He's the CEO and founder of Splash Beverage Group. They are publicly traded under the stock symbol SBEV. You can certainly go to splashbeveragegroup.com to find out more. Talk to us about what's next in terms of branding. Now you're talking about a vodka brand up for acquisition. We certainly have a hydration brand. We have an energy brand. We have a wine brand. We have a tequila brand. And of course, a sangria brand. Can we make the assumption that whiskey is next, or rum, or something? Or is that the natural thing, or are you just looking for, as you said, accretive brands that add to the bottom line as well as fit into the family?
Right. Yeah. There's a really detailed decision tree, if you will, as we evaluate potential acquisition targets. Ultimately, in a nice, neat world, it'd be great to have a participant in brown goods, have a participant in rum, whiskey, whatever. But this is our first large acquisition, and it happens to be in vodka. Great, great, great acquisition for us for many, many reasons. Not just because it's a very, very successful brand, but also it offers us a tremendous location to fill other potential future acquisitions. It puts us in better shipping lanes in North Texas. It's fantastic, which ratchets down our cost of goods and increases margins. There's also a lot of room there, so we can eventually manufacture maybe our own products there. Sure. Outside of Western Sun. So we're very, very excited about this event.
Hey, Robert, last question for you today. Talk about distribution. I used to run a distribution company. Talk about distribution for you guys. I don't think we've actually talked much about distribution. Does each brand carry its own distribution wing, or do you use one central distribution arm, or how does that work with you guys?
Well, it's really great. Today is very different than it was, when I first started in the business. You have really a consolidated distribution model. Years past, you used to have to segregate non-alcs and beer and wine and spirits and all those sorts of things. Today, you can actually put it almost all together. So, and every brand that we buy, every major acquisition comes with its own set of current distribution, right? And so that's part of our evaluation and decision making. We can put all those things together, augment the very strong distribution that we already have. So distribution is very, very important.
Robert Nistico, CEO, founder, Splash Beverage Group. We have to get you back in San Diego, buddy. Got to get you safe and sound. I'm glad you're safe, pal. All the best to you, of course, Robert Nistico, one of our regulars here. But boy, I tell you, every time you turn around, it's another brand. I remember when we first started, we had like this, and this. And now he's got two more plus another one. Amazing stuff. All right, more Big Biz to come. Actually, no. Are we done with the show? I think we're done with the show. Roll the credits. We're done. We're going to go to the bar. Here, take this. Let's go.
Time to pop them.